ahead on DC News Now, tracking showers and maybe a few storms. Meteorologist Damon Matson is with us with how long they'll stick around.
Plus, a son charged in murdering his mom.
Yeah, we've lived here for 6 years, and I haven't heard of anything like this happening in Cheverly before.
The new details we're learning out of Prince George's County.
Millions of Americans are expected to visit the district this summer for America 250. What we're learning about the security measures by local law enforcement.
And it's race weekend in Dover, Delaware. Things are looking a little different this year.
This is the first time in history of an all-star race weekend that all 3 national series will be run the same weekend.
We're breaking down the 4 things you need to know ahead of the race.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale on this Wednesday. Let's take a live look now at the Capitol. Let's look here as well as Winchester. People walking along the area. We're not seeing too much rain just yet, but meteorologist David Matson is going to join us with more on that, Mark.
Yeah, Damon, obviously a nice start to the day, but you said change is coming, and I guess it's right around the corner.
Yeah, the dark clouds hanging over the Capitol there, really a sign of how things are going to progress as we move on into the later afternoon, early evening hours. We've talked about there being 2 waves of rain. This first batch that came across the mountains around lunchtime really has struggled to gain any footing across the eastern half of the region, battling against a lot of dry air that we built up yesterday that allowed us to see a lot of sunshine on Tuesday. Now we do have a band of steadier showers drifting across Charles, southern Prince George's counties down toward I-95 in Virginia. We also have a little steady rainfall back toward Orange and Culpeper counties. But other than that, the northern extent of these showers really fizzled out just to a very light drizzle through Frederick and Montgomery counties. But looking out to the west, you see those yellow boxes popping up there. That is the second wave that is actually going to have a little more energy behind it thanks to the cold front. We have scattered thunderstorms bubbling up across southwestern Pennsylvania, north central West Virginia, and this is the line that as it progresses east toward the DMV, it has a much better shot at holding on with steady rainfall and yes, perhaps a few rumbles of thunder in the mix. Now this is that severe outlook for the rest of the day today. It hasn't changed since this morning. We still only have the level 1 risk here in the green from areas west of I-95 into the mountains. DC is not included under any sort of severe threat. So that just goes to show that, yes, we have the chance at seeing 1 or 2 stronger storms with gusty winds, perhaps that heavy rainfall. But the reality of it is, folks, this is not something to be overly concerned about. We may hear some thunder. We may get that rain. But otherwise, yeah, it's just going to be a soggy rest of the evening. So we'll talk more about the timing of when some of those scattered storms will roll through and then kick out as well, coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And in Virginia now, a newborn baby was found unattended at a park in Stafford.
And Stafford County Police are now attempting to reunite the baby with its parents. The infant was found unharmed at Embry Mill Park yesterday. Police are asking those who live nearby to check their security footage for any additional information. You are asked to call 540-658-4400.
Yeah, all the best to that baby. Then in Maryland, investigators say an air fryer may have caused the fire in Harford County that killed a dog. You can see the flames at that house on Anchor Drive in Joppatown. Those images were shared. The Joppa Magnolia Volunteer Fire Company responding to that fire at around 7 last night. The homeowner telling investigators the fire started while he was on an after-dinner walk in the neighborhood. They say the house is a total loss.
Well, major cuts could be coming to Montgomery County Public Schools as the county council finalizes its budget. Hundreds of teachers and support staff could lose their jobs. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg, he joined us live at MCPS headquarters in Rockville. And Daniel, how big of an impact could this have?
Mark, it could be a huge impact. The teachers union says that students could see larger class sizes and less support from other educators. the council is dealing with a $189 million deficit. To give you an idea, Montgomery County Public Schools makes up about half of the county's entire budget. In a video to employees yesterday, Superintendent Dr. Thomas Taylor said employees who may be laid off in these cuts have been notified by email. That includes 220 middle school teachers, as well as social workers, college counselors, and special education teachers. To help close the gap, County Executive Mark Elrich proposed a 6.3% tax hike, which the council doesn't seem to support, but the council does plan to eliminate the $692 property tax credit for homeowners. Montgomery County Education Association Vice President has this message for county council members.
I would ask them to seriously look at all of the options that are available, that are on the table, and be able to come to some kind of consensus that does not lay off hundreds of MCPS workers and put our kids in a position where they are not able to thrive.
Now, the county council spent hours today debating these tax hikes. There will be a final vote next Wednesday, the 21st. We're live in Rockville. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. In Virginia now, Fairfax County Public Schools could cut nearly $29 million from its proposed 2027 budget to close a funding gap. Now, according to FFXNow.com, Superintendent Michelle Reed is proposing trimming staffing reserves, delaying tech refreshes, and putting off some curriculum and teacher programs. Now, despite the cuts, FCPS says it still plans to fund employee raises and expand after-school programs. The school board is expected to vote on the final budget May 21st. Well, it's right now National Police Week as well, and in Maryland, Montgomery County officials are celebrating the work of law enforcement. Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich says more funding for mental health could help law enforcement immensely. He says this would heavily decrease their workload as well.
You talk to the judges, they'll tell you that unfortunately they sentence a lot of people to jail, probably almost 30% of our jail population who should be in a mental health facility, but because the state doesn't have mental health facilities at the scale that we need them, they wind up in a jail.
Yeah, County Executive Elrich went on to add that the county is pushing for more funding for diversion centers. They provide short-term services to people experiencing mental health crises. Well, right now, millions of Americans are expected to visit the district over the coming months as the country prepares to celebrate America 250. Now, to prepare, local and federal officials have been preparing for months and coordinating some plans there, ensuring both district residents and visitors feel safe. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live on the National Mall now. And Marielle, what are city officials saying about preparations now?
Well, Annalisa, both local and federal officials say they have been planning for about a year now at this point for those security measures. And the first big event, it actually happens this weekend. That is Rededicate 250, an all-day prayer service here at the National Mall. They are expecting 15,000 people for that event, plus protesters, and officials say they are ready to keep everyone safe. Now, DC's chief of police telling us at this point there are no known credible threats to this event or any other events, but again, they are prepared. You can expect an increase in police officers and security perimeters with a heavy coordination between DC Police, Park Police, Metro Police, Secret Service, and more. Now, throughout the summer, security will look different depending on the specific event. Some are dedicated national special security events like the 4th of July, meaning there will be a larger federal police presence here. Officials say they are also staying in tune with both global and national events, staying flexible in case security postures need to change.
While we have been planning for over a year for each of these individual events, certainly we look at, do we have the right, are there any threats, known or otherwise? Do we have enough security personnel? And I think that all goes into the fluid nature of our planning.
Now, all of these events, from the Rededicate 250, the IndyCar race, the State Fair, and more, they're all going to require a lot of police overtime from MPD. You'll hear more from the chief on that coming up on DC News Now at 5. But for now, live from the National Mall, I'm Marielle Carbone at DC News Now.
All right, our thanks to Marielle. Then there, and for more coverage and details on how we're celebrating America 250, just head to our website right now, dcnewsnow.com. All right. We now know which team the Washington Commanders will face in their highly anticipated game in London, England this upcoming season. They will take on the Indianapolis Colts Sunday, October 4th. That Week 4 matchup is set to kick off at 9:30 in the morning. The last time the Commanders played a game in London was back in 2016. Washington will technically be the home team in the overseas showdown. And during a recent trip to London, our sports director Derek Forrest asked people living there if they knew some facts about the NFL. And here's what one local had to say from outside the stadium.
What do you know about NFL football? Anything?
That's the guys that have a lot of protection on instead of having no protection on in rugby.
It sounds like it was a dig.
Yeah.
Well, ahead at 5, we've got more from Derek with a wild array of responses from the locals there in London who may or may not know who our quarterback is currently. So, I mean, yeah, I get it. They're across the pond and their football involves the foot. All right, well, still ahead, a son charged with his mother's murder here in Prince George's County. We're bringing you the latest details that we're learning from police there. Plus, we are learning more about a partial collapse at a Hagerstown church, the new details we've just discovered. And ahead at 4:30, the race to contain the hantavirus is on. The new questions about what happens to the cruise ship. A live look outside here at DC News Now at 4 at Roslyn. We're expecting some rain in the DMV this evening. We're back with meteorologist Damon Matson with more on what's ahead.